Hello, welcome to Tekla Structures Designer course. This is module 2 part 4. In this part, we are going to be creating our beams. Okay, so I will start from my first floor. Okay, so I'll go to my first floor plan view. Okay, so I'll go back to my AutoCAD drawings. Okay, my beams are 450 by 230 depth. Okay, all my beams are 450 by 230. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'll go back to my, okay, and the beams, okay, I know how the beams are oriented, okay. All of them are forming a square grid except this beam, okay. So I'll go back to my model, okay. So to start creating the beams now, I'll go to my model tab, concrete panel, and I'll click on beam. So once I've done that, I can review the properties of my beam. I want my beams to be continuous, okay. I want concrete cast in place C25 grade. Okay, now the section size being used is 225 by 450. I don't want that. Okay, so I'll come here, new edit. So I'll come here and I'll type 230 by 450 and click on OK. So my major alignment, okay, I want my major alignment to be top. Okay, minor alignment offsets, I want it to be 0. Okay, so I'll go down. My reinforcements are okay. My concrete cover okay. Every other detail is as desired. Okay, every other detail as desired. So what I'll do is I'll start creating the beams. Okay, so let me start by creating the beams in the X direction first. Okay, to do that, now I'll click on the first point. Okay, click on the second point, click on the third point, and click on the last point. Okay, so once you are done with that line, you click on the last point you just clicked to finish. Okay, to finish, click on the last point. So the beam had been created. Okay, so there is another way of creating beams. Okay, I'll click on the first point, click on the second point. Okay, now I'll click on the third and then click on the last point. So now instead of clicking on the last point again, there's another way I can finish it. I can just move away from that to an empty space and click and press enter on my keyboard, and that beam will be drawn. Okay, so I'll come to this last part, click on the first point, click on the second point, and click on the last point. Okay, move away, press enter on my keyboard, and the beam will be drawn for me. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy these two beams, okay, to these other positions. Okay, so there are other ways of creating beams in Tekla Structures Designer. Another way I can do that is I can window round the column supports where I want the beams to be placed. Okay, and a beam will be added for me automatically. Okay, the same thing I can do for this side, and a beam will be added for me automatically. And I can also do it the way I've been doing it before. Okay, I can click on the first column, second, third, fourth, and click again. The beam will be created. I'll click on the first, second, third, fourth. I can move away, press the enter button on my keyboard, and the beam will be created. Okay, my last beam is from here to here. So all I need to do is to click on this point. Okay, if you are finding it difficult to locate a point, okay, you can see that on my screen I'm being prompted to pick point 1, distance or intersect. To use the intersect option, I'll use the up and down arrow key on my keyboard. Okay, so once I get to the intersect option, okay, the snap will be activated. I can click, move down, okay, press the arrow key on my keyboard again to get that snap option and click. I can move away and press enter, and the beam will be created. I'll press escape button on my keyboard. Alright, So now I've created the beams. Okay, it's remaining 2 beams. What I'm going to do with these 2 beams now, I'm going to copy this beam to those positions. So I'll go to my edit tab, click on copy, come to this point of intersection, click, come here, click, and come here, click. So those beams are being created for me. So I can view, okay, in 3D how my model is coming out. Okay, so you can see that my model is coming out perfectly with all my beams created for me accurately. I can return to my first floor plan, press the escape key. Okay, check each of the beams to see if they are created properly. Okay, and all of them are being created properly. So with this now, I've successfully created my beams for my first floor. So see you in part 5, where we'll be dealing with replicating this on other floors. Thank you.